I have a confession. I'm a nerd. And one of the ways my nerdiness manifests itself is that I actually enjoy testing pool water, a chore most people come to hate. I find it interesting to see how weather and usage affects the water's chemistry, particularly chlorine, which is how I came to discover something strange about my pool. I never need to shock it. At least I haven't had to in well over a year. So what's going on? To understand that, we need a little pool chemistry. There are two types of chlorine: free chlorine, the stuff added to sanitize the water, and bound chlorine, chlorine that was free but got attached to some sort of organic molecule such as algae in the process of killing it. Total chlorine, what most test kits measure, is the sum of free and bound chlorine. Free chlorine is constantly being used up, but bound chlorine stays in the pool, which is why pools need to be shocked. Shocking raises the chlorine level to about 10 parts per million, high enough to break apart the molecules holding onto the bound chlorine and let it escape. The reason pools need to be shocked is that without it, bound chlorine levels would continue to increase, causing test kits to read very high chlorine levels, even though there may be very little free chlorine available to keep the pool clean. So, why hasn't the bound chlorine in my pool risen to the point where I need to shock it to get rid of it? I believe the reason is that, quite by accident, I've been constantly shocking the water without knowing it. To see how, we need to examine how I add chlorine to the pool. This is the skimmer. I add chlorine to the pool by dropping tablets into the basket. As the pump draws water through it, the tablets dissolve. The skimmer connects to the side of the pool through 3 feet of tubing. Outside of the pool, another 6 feet of tubing carries the water to the pump. And from the pump, 6 more feet take it to the return. That's a total of 15 feet, over which the chlorine concentration averages 9 parts per million, close enough for weak shocking. And I think that's why my total chlorine levels never get high enough to require shocking. The water is constantly being shocked. Since I run the pump many hours every day, enough water is being shocked to take care of the entire pool. If you're tired of the expense and hassle of shocking your pool, give this system a try and see if it works. You may have to increase the pipe length between where the chlorine is introduced and the return line to the pool, but all that takes is some tubing and a couple of hose clamps. Thank you for watching, and please pay a visit to my main website at waynesthisandthat.com for hundreds of other interesting and helpful pages. I don't sell or advertise anything, so you don't have to worry about pop-ups.